I'm sitting down today at KTEX with Tommy McLoughlin, an old friend, old client, who reminded me that it was 9 years ago. But we met recently after that, though, wasn't it?
I would say so, yeah. It would have been a number of years after that.
Very
The
good.
first early stage was very early stage development.
So Tommy had an ambition to set out to replace the plastic lid from cups. In fact, replace plastic from disposable cups, and has developed the butterfly cup. So Tommy, you might tell us where are you today now with sort of world penetration?
So I suppose our initial ambition was to eliminate the need for plastic lids.
Yes.
And that has evolved over time because new technology now in paperboard manufacture means that basically the entire cup can now be plastic free also. So that, traditionally cups were coated with plastic,
yes.
or coated with
Yeah.
PLA, which also
Yeah.
contains plastic. But new board now means that our product made with dispersion coated board is fully plastic free. There's no plastic laminate.
When you're meeting people for the first time,
Yes.
what's your pitch? What do you say to them?
Well, I suppose it has a number of different credentials. It's environmental credentials,
Yeah.
and then it's other benefits.
Yeah.
And I suppose the environmental credentials are that it doesn't contain the plastic laminate. It's recyclable. It's home compostable.
Yeah.
It biodegrades naturally. It's PFAS free.
Yeah.
Other toxin free. So from an environmental point of view, it's very positive. It also gets rid of the plastic lid.
Yeah.
It's very easy to use. Prevents splashes, leaks and drips,
Yeah.
and then I suppose it reduces storage and transport volume. So it has benefits on multiple different layers, if you like.
And does the name Butterfly Cup resonate?
I think so. Certainly, butterfly as a word, we use that word because it has global positive connotations. There are no negative connotations associated with butterfly, and it does also, I suppose, convey in a sense the opening and closing mechanism.
So it's important to have a brand on this new product.
Oh, absolutely.
So
Well,
you open the door.
Yeah, well, one of, I suppose, the first things we were very conscious of is to have a recognizable identity.
Yeah.
That by your name, people know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Similar to, the Hoover became synonymous
Yes.
with the vacuum cleaner,
Yes. Yeah.
or,
Yes.
the iPhone is
Yeah.
synonymous with a phone.
Yeah.
But I suppose there are a lot of brands that are, combinations of interchangeable words,
Yeah.
like eco and pack and
Yeah.
whatever, and they create confusion, and they don't allow an identity. Whereas the strong brands, Coca-Cola, there's only one Coke, it's very identifiable, Nike or whatever. And I suppose we were in our own little way trying to sort of connect with a word that would avoid confusion.
Stand out.
Absolutely.
In a very crowded space.
Absolutely, exactly. Yeah.
So what have you done along the way, Tommy, that you wouldn't do again?
Gosh, I don't know. There's probably too many things. There's probably more things I wouldn't do than I would do. But it's always difficult to know. I suppose one thing for sure is the market has moved much more slowly than I would have anticipated.
Really?
That we felt, say, and several years ago that the eco agenda was really gaining momentum, and it has moved much more slowly than.
Why do you think that is?
I think there's quite a lot of resistance. The status quo have pushed back. It's no different now than the whole climate crisis.
Yes.
Everyone is operating on the basis of not in my backyard.
Okay.
We need change, but not for me.
Yes.
And similarly, business models that are well established, they don't want change because it will just damage their, so there has been a lot of pushback, so that things like regulation and legislation has been much slower to come through, bans and environmental levies and so on, because, say, for example, the European Single-Use Plastics Directive, its first draft was produced in 2017, but it only recently passed through the European Parliament, got its, and it's only now at national stage and hasn't been implemented yet. It's only still in the stages of implementation. But you can be sure that a lot of the debate and lobbying that went on there was about, delay tactics, derail it, take the sting out of it to protect vested interests.
Fair enough.
And I suppose that's a
So Tommy, I know you've obviously had the market product available in Ireland, but that's not your main focus. It's more internationally.
Correct.
Which markets are you penetrating at the moment?
Well, I suppose, I see our business model is to license to existing manufacturers. So we basically own the patents, we license to existing manufacturers. Yeah. Our first two are in Indonesia and China. Yeah. And we have, I suppose, we've been building up a distribution network, you know, basically in about, say, 25 countries at this stage. So we will have a certain level of penetration in United States, Canada, quite a bit in Europe, quite a lot in Asia, Hong Kong, Australia, Japan. Yeah. You know, we've got quite decent sales in Japan. Hong Kong, very recently, we just found out, because again, there are a number of people involved in the process, but Ocean Park in Hong Kong, it's the second biggest theme park after Disney in Hong Kong. Yeah. It is using our cups now. Wow. Deutsche Bank in Hong Kong. So we've got little pockets
you must be very proud, Tommy.
Well, to a point. It's nice to see your product get into the... Yeah. And actually Burger King in Indonesia use our product for their ice cream products. Yeah. So we have a sort of a scattering of successes here and there, and it's about, I suppose, joining the dots,
and if
reinforcing
I remember correctly,
the whole
you
thing.
came to entrepreneurism quite late in life. You weren't a young budding entrepreneur, if I remember correctly.
Well, no. Well, this was a new departure. Yes. I had been previously in self-employed with in another business, and then when I exited that, I was looking around for something new. So I suppose I was probably in my 30s before I went into my first business. So I wasn't one of these sort of whippersnapper.
What advice would you give to a young 25-year-old entrepreneur looking to develop something?
Well, I think key things are determination and resilience.
Yes, okay.
And you'll meet plenty of obstacles, and it's really your job is to keep solving the problems, keep clearing the hurdles, and clearing the way, and not to become despondent or whatever.
Yeah. Well, listen, fair play, Tommy. It's great to see you here, and thank you for coming to have the chat. And we remember Butterfly Cup very well. We're very proud of our small contribution.
Thank you very much,
as you started the journey.
Sure.
And we'll watch it with
your advice and help was excellent, and you're a true professional. So thank you very much, Andrew.
Give that man an extra. Tommy, very nice to see you again.
Thank you very much, Andrew. Okay. Thank you.